So wetlands are nature's kidneys, and they're incredibly important ecosystems as they help protect vulnerable aquatic environments from pollution. Constructed wetlands mimic these natural systems and have been used for quite a while by wastewater utilities, councils, and developers to treat sewage and urban runoff. However, they're not often implemented well in an urban setting, and they require quite a bit of maintenance to remain viable. They also require significant land and drainage infrastructure. By contrast, floating wetlands are new innovative technology that has the plants grow into a buoyant structure, where the roots grow into the water rather than the soil, providing direct contact with treated runoff. Now, it's one thing to see a diagram, but this is what the roots look like underneath the floating wetland. The critical thing here is the surface area. More surface area means more growth of something called biofilm. And that biofilm is what does the majority of the work in treating water. So these roots provide a huge amount of surface area in a small footprint, really creating a supercharged treatment system that doesn't take up much space. Well, the outcome, in the case of this development on the Sunshine Coast, a shift from using a constructed wetland to a floating wetland yielded a lot more open water, which translated to higher property values, increases of upwards of 30%. I happen to have actually built the very first house in this development, and I sold it after 10 months, and I was very happy with how everything turned out. As happy as I was, though, developers were a hell of a lot happier than me, because by taking this approach, just in drainage infrastructure alone, we saved them $1.8 million. That's just pits, pipe, concrete, nothing complex. They were ecstatic with that outcome. I didn't end up getting a free lot, but they did shout me quite a few long lunches, so I'm pretty okay with that. So there's been various floating wetland concepts that have been explored both in Australia and abroad. And although these systems can offer several benefits to traditional approaches to treating water, there are still issues and limitations with them that are preventing their widespread adoption. How do I know? Well, I happen to have designed and project managed every major floating wetland project in Australia. I was also the first person to integrate floating wetlands into an urban development. Along with my co-founder, Professor Terry Lukey, we're leading cutting-edge research into these systems as well. And it's become apparent to us that there isn't a floating wetland system that meets all the needs of stakeholders while still treating the water. We thought it could be done better, and that's where we became involved with the Innovyze program. So we were asked to take what we had learned over these past 8 to 10 years and develop the next generation of floating wetland technology. And the outcome is to create more livable green communities while saving councils, developers, and utilities land, time, money, and maintenance costs, all while providing superior environmental outcomes. So our system is modular. It's adaptable to natural systems like lakes and rivers, has a 10-year warranty, it's fully UV stable, easy to install, and even easier to maintain. It can come in any color you like. We can implement solar panels on any of these modules. We can also put water quality monitoring devices in here to upload data to a cloud-based platform in the real time. It's going to foster community science while at the same time allowing asset managers the ability to assess performance and maintenance needs instantaneously. It also happens to look pretty nice. It's water treatment that people actually want to live by. So currently we have a collaboration with Covey Associates, a Queensland-based consulting engineering firm who are specifying our product in their wastewater and stormwater treatment projects. Our provisional patent is in place. We have 3 major development projects in the planning phase, and we're finalizing the first of up to 17 projects with a major wastewater utility in Queensland. We have an agreement with Australia's largest plastics manufacturer for bulk goods in Australia, helping us with manufacturing expertise. And we began production in June this year. We're looking to have our very first installation on the water by August. So what we're looking to do is collaborate with engineers, all levels of government, wastewater utilities, developers, both nationally and internationally, to build this into a very efficient wastewater treatment technology and stormwater treatment technology. If this technology is of interest to you, please contact me at the email on the screen, or I'd love to catch up with you after the presentations for a chat. One thing I did forget to mention, though, is that while we designed the system to be aesthetic and functional, we also designed it so it could actually be used by people.